It's the #1 show in the streets. Hoodrich Radio with DJ Scream.
It's Hoodrich Radio. It's the new 92.3, 96.7. The beat DJ Scream is right here. Shouts to Moran. Yo. And we got to give it up for a special superstar check-in the building. Give it up for the homie Jacob Latimore, man. How you feeling, man? How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling better than ever. Never better.
Man, you got a lot of positive things going on. You're doing your thing with the music. You're definitely doing your thing on the TV screen. Tell us how it all feels.
Man, it feels good. You know, I'm only 21 years old, man. I've accomplished so much, you know, so.
But you grew up on it so fast, though, bro.
Yeah, I grew up on it so fast. I mean, music is in my family. My dad and my uncles, Kenny Latimore, my cousin, you know. So it's just like I've been around the music thing. And then when I moved here to Atlanta, that's when I started like slowly getting into acting. I met my first agent here. And then like that's when music was really still spearheading my career. But, you know, once you go through that label situation as an artist, you know, which a lot of artists go through, you know, I luckily I had something else to really fall back on and really fall in love with, and that was acting. So, you know, I've done movies with Will Smith and, you know, a film called Detroit that came out last year. And now with this TV show that I'm really, really excited about, The Chi. 5 episodes in, we already lit for season 2. Yeah. Can't wait to get back in there. And like, it's just another way to really express myself as an artist, you know, and it only helps me, my brand, and like, where I want to go as an entrepreneur, as a whole, you know, just as a whole entertainer. So I'm just thankful I was able to really like find something else, you know what I mean, to be busy at.
We frequently have this debate, like which one is more fun and which one is harder or easier? Is it acting or music? Get your take on that.
Well, it's like when you do movies, you really just sort of
sitting in the trailer?
Sitting in the trailer.
Waiting for your time.
Waiting for your time, hiding from people. You know, when you do, you're an artist, you're in the studio all the time, you're around people. Right. You do a lot of shows. Yeah. You're in front of the fans a little more as an artist. So you get to touch them a little more. As an actor, you know, your movies are out there in front of the fans, but you're not out there.
So is the hardest part remembering the scripts?
Not really, because the way they break the joints down every day, so you know which, like, how many scenes you're filming per day, so you get to like study that and, you know, make sure you like ready for the next day. So it ain't really like, oh, I gotta know like 135,000 lines at one time. It's just you sort of just get familiar with the script, and then per day you just like, all right, you just get familiar with those scenes you're gonna start filming.
Might be a rhetorical question. We're gonna assume that the movie check is better.
Hey, well, I ain't. Hold on.
We're gonna assume
when the music get popping.
Yeah.
That music is probably better.
So what you want first, an Oscar or a Grammy?
It really don't even matter to me.
Word.
It don't matter to me. It's a win.
They both exactly. They're both big
both
accomplishments.
Wins.
What's it like working for working with people that kind of did the same thing like you? Because you said you work with Will Smith, you know,
came
artists,
from music,
and Jennifer Hudson, Tyrese.
Yeah.
You know, how does it feel? Like, what type of game have they taught you?
I just really just watch them. You know what I mean? Like they just give me just, you know, advice to just stay humbled in this game and just continue to just work hard, you know, put everything into my work, you know. I ain't got to boast myself up about how I'm doing or how great I'm doing. You see it, you know what I mean? So I don't have to walk around with this cocky attitude or anything like that. You know, I know what I can do when it comes to my craft, and I'm happy, man. I'm super humble about it, and I'm grateful. You know, that's the main thing, because once it's all gone, it's gone. You know what I mean? So I'm just enjoying the moment.
When you first saw the scripts and heard about the concept for The Chi, did you know it was going to be such a hit? Because I've even heard from an actor or actress before that sometimes they read the script and they're like, well, we know this is going to be all right, you know what I'm saying? And they kind of know what they're getting into just to keep themselves active. But when you read that script, did you know it was going to connect with the culture like that?
To be honest, I mean, I knew the purpose of the show. Like, I knew the purpose was to connect with the culture. But after coming, honestly, before The Chi, I was a part of some films that I thought was just going to take me to the top, and I had so many big expectations for them, and I was just like, you know what, this show, I'm gonna just do my lines. I ain't gonna have no big expectations for the Chi. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, and then it connected. I was like,
always it's the same thing with music too. It's like the record that you think is just whatever ends up being the smash hit.
So that's why I was just like, I didn't really try to think about it while we were filming. I was just like, let me just go to work and do my best. You know what I'm saying? As an actor, so whether it fails or succeeds, they just know that, oh yeah, it was bad, but you know what I'm saying? Jacob acting was good. You know what I'm saying? Because that's, as an actor, that's the only thing you can really do. You can just fall in love with the script and you see how it come out on screen. Because some stuff just look good on paper and it may not be executed well. But we happy, like, people are really enjoying it. Like every time I'm walking around, oh, you little nigga from the shop, you kid from the shop. I'm just like, whoa. So it's cool, man. It's a real dope experience to be a part of a series and really fall in love with a character, man.
That's real. So when it comes to your music, because I remember when I first caught wind of you, I caught wind because you were like one of the first people to sample Keith Sweat. Yeah. So I'm like, this young kid.
Wait, what song was that?
I forget the name of the song, but it was the video.
Make It Last?
Make It Last.
Oh, yeah, like my remix.
In the video, y'all shot it over at Cascade.
Yep, we did.
Who are some of your musical inspirations? Because I'm like, bro, you too young. Well, I don't know how
old
you said.
Hey, I was educated.
First off, Keith Sweat lives forever.
Yeah,
Let's give it up for
but
Keith
you gotta
Sweat.
understand, give it up for Keith Sweat.
Yeah, Keith Sweat is
but it's just the fact,
timeless.
like, you were so young. For him to be a kid, to be so young, sampling Keith Sweat, to me, I thought that was dope.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I knew who Keith Sweat was, but I wasn't all the way hip to the music at the time.
Okay.
I was definitely like,
but you just knew it sounded good.
I knew it sounded good.
Right.
I was like, this is fresh. Like this is new for me and my peers. You know what I mean? So, but as a young musician, you got to do your homework. You got to do your homework and study the greats. You know, and R. Kelly was dope. I love Kells. I love Chris. Love Ush. Who else was I listening to? The Temptations. Even go further back. Frankie Lyman. Who else? Anthony and Imperials. I was watching a lot of.
Thank you for studying the game and understanding the game.
Yeah, I got a lot of soul. That's my foundation, the soul of it.
So how do you feel seeing how you really are a part of this new foundation of R&B artists? Because in my opinion, I feel like last year especially R&B had like the best look because you got people that sing, but none of y'all are not traditional. Like you're not coming out singing in the desert and leather. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's different. So how do you feel being a part of this new wave of R&B singers?
I mean, honestly, I don't really even think about it, man. I just love to sing and I love to make great music. I mean, obviously, as an artist, you gotta learn how to adjust to like the way the music industry evolves, and that's how you stay relevant, and that's how you keep it going. So. For me, my last album I dropped called Connection about a year ago, and I had a recent sold-out show here in Atlanta, which was like, and they were singing all the words, like, you know what I mean? Like, it was crazy. It was wild because it was just dope to see how, like, a word of mouth over a year just works, you know what I mean? And
rumor has it that you weren't the headliner of that show, but allegedly, after you performed, most people left. Is that true?
Man, I don't know. Listen, that ain't.
No, it's no shade.
Wait.
I'm not causing trouble. I'm just saying, like,
nah. People stayed. I went back out there. A lot of people was over exaggerating. I mean, a lot of my fans. Me and his fans is actually the artist's name is DeMar Jackson.
Okay.
Me and his fans, me and his fans are just different. My fans are a lot younger, so a lot of the younger fans left, but the older people were still in the crowd, and they was singing his records too. And he finna take off.
Good.
No
All that is good. All that is good.
So springtime is coming, right?
Yeah.
Seems like it's going to come a little earlier than we expected. What are the do's and don'ts for the ladies out there this spring to be fly, man? You know what I'm
do's
saying?
And don'ts?
Because I'll just say this now, at Hoodrich, the number one rule with us, you just can't stink. Now you gotta ask.
Hygiene is probably the only thing for me. I was just talking about women's fashion. Women's fashion, like they can almost y'all got a lot of range. Y'all can do a lot.
Right.
Men, we can't. We got to stick to 2 lanes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You do you urban street look, or you got to be classy and clean and buttoned up. So
sundresses are a thumb up usually.
Sundresses are definitely a must.
Sundresses are generally.
I'm buying just sundresses. Just. There you go. And then what size? What size you wear?
Right.
He's a good guy.
You know what I'm saying?
He's a good person.
I just need that motivation around the town.
But what's the one thing that's just, outside of what's the one thing that you just think is just whack? Like
whack. We got to get these lace fronts right. I think I seen a lot.
Get your lace fronts right.
We got to get these lace fronts blended in real well because I'm starting to tell like.
And if you can't afford the good lace front, then just
I'm starting to see the glue right there. Like, no.
You said glue?
Oh man.
No, glue is happening, man.
I'm like, baby,
there's a lot of glue.
Baby, I love it.
Sometimes it be looking like crazy glue too, man.
And for me, like, when I got a chick with me, we gotta look like stars. Even if I'm going to Walmart, I like to dress up.
Right.
Even if I'm not doing anything for the day, so my lady gotta be like. Match it. You know? So, yeah.
How much of your personal female experiences do we hear in your lyrics and in your music?
Lately, probably like 90% of it. Lately. I mean, when I was younger, I was just singing songs, just trying to find a good song to sing. But now I'm actually going through stuff. So, this recent record I released called Is That What You Want to Hear is probably one of my most personal records. And then even my last album, Connection, Mutual. advertise it. Those are personal records for me. Those are records I really relate to. But lately, like I've been really like trying to find the records I just like hit my heart. So I'm able to just perform it better now.
Okay. That's dope. That's dope. Big shouts out to Jacob Latimore in the building. Now let's talk about this new record and how it came about, man.
This record, I was actually in Chicago. I brought my boy Brandon Rossi. He signed as a writer to Rock Nation. He's also over at Hustle Gang on the new Hustle Gang album. Check out Friends, a new dope record. He's featured on it with T.I. and Tip, the whole crew over there. But he came to Chicago. I had bought my own studio equipment last year for the first time, and I was just like, I gotta keep recording even while I'm filming. So I was just at my apartment. Every time I would leave set and go back home, I record.
So you record in your crib?
I record right in my crib, right in the apartment. And this was like one of the first records we recorded. Like, and sometimes it's something always about the first record you start recording. Like when you start getting back into the swing of it, like that first song just be like, it just hit me. So I just like, this the one, and this the one I've been going with. But I got more music on the way. Like it's hard to squeeze in music for me right now. I just try to put it out as much as I can because the fans obviously want it, and they that's what I learned from that ATL show recently. Like they want shows, they want music, and it be kind of frustrating me that I can't give it to them all the way. But I just gotta, even if it's a couple songs a month, like you know what I mean. It's just that's what I gotta do.
How important is it to be able to actually sing? Like if you're a rapper, you should be able to rap a few bars. Like how important is it to be able to actually sing? Because sometimes you put artists on the spot and it's like, or you hear their raw vocals and it's like, this person can't even sing. Like what the hell is going on?
I mean, it's just I think back in the day, like perfection and precision was just a little more appreciated. We just now it's just so fun now. It's just people don't really care about it. You know what I mean?
Put the filters on it. Put the tune on it.
Put the tune on it. If it got a good melody, we vibing. And I respect that. It ain't really. I mean, for me coming up, I feel like the game changed even when I was 13. Since I was 13. So like even that era was still being perfect, rehearsing, staying in shape, and singing while you jogging. You know what I'm saying? Making sure you in shape for tour, stuff like that. Like I feel like a craft. So I don't feel like it's really for me. I don't feel like I have to adjust to the non-perfection era. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try to be perfect. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try to rehearse. I'm gonna make sure I'm on time for rehearsal, rehearsing my steps, rehearsing how I'm sounding. If I sound bad, somebody need to tell me. Or I need to record myself and hear it from myself. So that's just how I was taught. You know what I mean? And
how you feel about constructive criticism? Because you said, tell me if I suck, like you just said.
I mean, as a youngin', I always had a hard time with it. Like, man, I sound good. But then I listen to it, I'd be like, man, dang, I ain't sound that good. So I've always tried to just be better every day. You know what I mean?
And finally, let me ask you, man, if you were signing a young guy like, yourself 5-10 years ago, or just a younger guy, what's 3 qualities they would have to be down with Jacob Latimore, man, if you were signing a young guy?
If I was signing, I think gotta be humble. That's how I roll. You know what I mean? Because it just everything just when it comes, you gotta appreciate it. You gotta love it, and once it's gone, it's gone. I think charisma is like number 2, and then like hard work. I think you can even hard work beat out talent.
We were just talking about that. We had this debate.
Yeah, so like
did say that hard work.
I can feel like I'm more talented than anybody, but if somebody working harder than me, they winning.
Okay.
Hard work beats talent. With talent, don't work hard.
Yep.
There you go, man. Big shouts out to Jacob Latimore for pulling up on Hoodrich Radio. We appreciate you, man.
Rich.
Congratulations on all your success too, man.
Salute to you, man.
Thank you.
It's 92.3, 96.7 The Beat. Keep us locked.
Let's get it.